Well, for me, the drug war was clearly unconstitutional. The PNP directive under Operation Tokhang was to neutralize the supposed drug offender. The word used was neutralize. In fact, the phrase used was neutralize street level targets. This is a phrase used in the PNP circular. To neutralize means to kill. This is obviously illegal and unconstitutional. So my opinion is the drug war was based on an unconstitutional directive.
So this is the PNP CMC from July 2016 that was implemented by the architect of the drug war, si Senator Bato de la Rosa. So it's based on that.
Yes, this is clearly it's stated there in the circular of the PNP.
Yeah, sir, para sa inyo, ano yung worst feature ng drug war? Kasi merong yung tokhang, yung knock and plead, merong yung drop box ng mga barangay, yung pagpatay kapag nag-resist, di umano, nag-neutralize. What for you was the worst feature of it?
Well, the worst feature is clearly the killing of alleged drug offenders, officially placed at over 6,000 killed and unofficially over 25,000 killed. That's a lot of people killed. I mean, that would qualify in any court of law, in any international tribunal, as a crime against humanity. That's the worst feature.
Justice for you ba, just the seemingly benign act of putting the word neutralize there dun sa circular ng PNP, did that enable everything? Did that enable all the killings? Was that the root of the problem?
Well, to neutralize means to kill. That's the word used in operations of law enforcement agencies, even in the military. Neutralize. That means you do everything to stop him from breathing, to stop him from doing what he was doing. So that's and that was how the policemen on the ground took it. That's why you have over 25,000 people killed.
Justice, meron bang kahinaan yung may inherent kahinaan ba yung system natin, whether justice or police, na naglagay ng neutralized na word sa circular, then suddenly kayang-kaya na nilang pumatay? It enabled it and went on for 6 years and, as you said, rose to 25,000. Did our system allow it, enable it, allowed it to happen?
Well, the president himself said, kill, kill, kill. He said, I will defend you if you kill. And he said it several times. It's all there in video. So neutralize means to kill because he has been mentioning the word kill, kill, kill.
That's Justice, the word of one man subverted whatever strength we had in our justice system. Basta sinabi niyang pumatay ka, papatay yung mga tao sa baba.
Yeah, because he's the commander-in-chief. He gives instruction. He exercises control over the police. That's an accepted principle of law, that he has control over the police department because he controls the DILG chief. He controls the PNP chief.
Right. Justice, I'm gonna move on sa International Criminal Court. Although it is on pause because of the deferral request, it's still technically being investigated by the ICC. What's your view on that as a former magistrate of the Supreme Court? Ano mas prefer mo, Justice? We solve it domestically, or is there a value on leaving it to the ICC?
Well, under Philippine law, the president is immune from suit while in office. That means he cannot be investigated, he cannot be prosecuted for any offense, any wrongdoing while in office. And of course, this president also has the majority in both houses of Congress. So Congress cannot also impeach him because of the control of his party over Congress. Now, under the Rome Statute, the ICC will come in only if the Philippine government is unwilling or unable to genuinely carry out the investigation or prosecution of the person accused. So that is satisfied under this situation, because legally the president is immune from suit. He cannot be investigated. In fact, he's the head of the investigatory arm of the government. As president, he controls uh, the Department of Justice, which conducts the investigation. He controls the police, which conducts the investigation. Now, the president also cannot be sued. The Supreme Court said a sitting president cannot be sued for any act while in office. So, what is a remedy if the president commits impunity? Like, you know, you have this massive number of people being killed in this war on drugs. The only recourse really is for us to welcome the entry of the international court, international criminal court under the Rome Statute, because that is the only remedy available now. Otherwise, the the president will continue doing what he has been doing, and in fact, he has been doing it even during the pandemic. We've seen the killings continue.
Just sabi mo nga, by being immune from suit, that kind of rendered us unable and unwilling technically to investigate dahil nga immune siya. But come July 1, he's no longer the president. He no longer would be immune from suit. So does that still preserve the jurisdiction of the ICC pag July
Yes,
1 na?
because jurisdiction once acquired continues. So the ICC acquired jurisdiction at the time the uh, complaints were filed, and the investigation proceeded. So under most jurisdictions, jurisdiction once assumed continues. And that's the principle that I think will apply also.
And do you think, Justice, that the ICC will still be the best remedy to prosecute the former president under President Marcos?
Well, I think so, because obviously it's beyond the influence of any political party in the Philippines.
All right, Justice. Going back to the drug war, what do you think? Do you think that the drug war left irreversible damage on our justice system, and what would that be?
Yes, it left uh, a, a, a great damage. I would not say it's irreversible, because we can still reverse it by doing justice, by bringing to justice the people responsible for it, compensating the victims. Now, the failure of the justice system to stop the killing of over 25,000 helpless, defenseless, and poor Filipinos in an alleged police operation to enforce the law, that is a failure. That's the damage to our justice system.
So, if President elect Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. were to claim that he would fix so that people no longer are killed under the drug war, what about the justice system should he or even Justice Secretary Boying Remulla focus on to make sure na wala nang helpless na mamamatay na tao under the anti-drugs campaign?
Well, the president-elect has said the right thing here. He said the war on drugs will continue under the framework of the law. That means the Constitution will be followed and existing law will be followed. So that's the way I read it. But of course, we have to watch if he will walk the talk. I mean, if they will actually implement that they will go after drug lords, those who traffic in drugs, illegal drugs, in accordance with law. That means they will not just kill, and kill.
Would it give you comfort if the first act of his PNP chief would be to revoke yung July 2016 circular that was the mother of all?
Yes, that would send a message to the police, all the police personnel, that do not neutralize, do not kill anymore.
Mm.
That has to be done first, because if he says we will conduct the war on drugs in accordance with the framework of the law, that's music to my ears. But we have to watch if they will actually walk the talk. No? So the
Yeah.
first thing is to revoke that, because that is the authority to kill.
Just how about yung listahan, yung penchant for list, penchant for reporting to your kagawad, barangay captain na yung kapitbahay ko drug addict, and these people end up on a list and it makes them nervous. That was also a DILG circular. Would it also be helpful to revoke
Yes,
that
that's
here?
part of that circular. That's part of these. This is a series of circulars. They're all related. They'll have to redo this, because when you say framework of the law, that means if there's a reported crime, it has to be investigated before you barge into the house of the person being accused. And you cannot just barge; you must get a warrant of arrest. That's the meaning of framework of the law. You
Yeah.
cannot knock and then enter, because you need a warrant of arrest to enter, a search warrant.
Yeah. Just as sabi mo nga, President-elect Marcos has said he will continue the drug war under the framework of the law. That was his statement to the Swedish ambassador. So it's all been, the statements have all been coming from diplomatic meetings, and that's very different from how President Duterte did it. Very hostile siya sa mga ambassadors, sa mga generally to international institutions, international order. Do you think President Duterte's rhetoric and hostility towards international systems in general also did damage to the Philippines' rule of law and our observance of the rule of law?
Well, it affected our relations with these countries, because, like the EU, they, I think, withheld certain assistance because of the violation of human rights. But that's I would not say that affected too much the rule of law. What really affected the rule of law was the Operation Tokhang, which was premised on neutralizing alleged offenders of the of the law against illegal drugs.